Well, we love this day. It is National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. It's a day to raise awareness about the many animals that are in shelters for whatever reason, but they're looking for their forever homes.
That's right. And you might remember late last year, the Humane Rescue Alliance, they had a crisis. They had hundreds of dogs and very little space, with more being brought in just days before the holidays.
So how's the HRA doing today? And what about the dogs? Our Lorenzo Hall had the chance to adopt one of those sweet pups. He shares his story with us this morning.
The Humane Rescue Alliance had not seen a problem like this in quite some time. Dog after dog after dog. Some surrendered by their owners, others picked up off the streets. One of those dogs was Frito.
Good boy, good boy.
All right, so let me explain how I ended up with this dog, Frito. When I was on the air telling you about the Humane Rescue Alliance crisis back in December, I got a text from my husband saying we should check out this dog he saw on the HRA's website.
And I'm like, okay, we'll talk about it. So he goes to check out Frito without me for the first time.
This was a tough decision because 2024 was a rough year. We lost both of our dogs, Oscar and Gibbs, after 13 years. They passed just months apart.
I still get emotional sometimes when I think about it, naturally. What a blessing to have that joy, that sort of unconditional love from them.
I knew we'd get another dog someday. When and which one was still unclear, until my husband sent this video during his visit with 11-month-old Frito. He was picked up by animal control officers just days prior, wandering the streets of Southeast D.C. And frankly, who could say no to this?
Look at that tail. Oh, yeah.
He was just one of the more than 800 pets to enter the Humane Rescue Alliance between November and late December, an overwhelming number. So what happened to all the other cats and dogs? Let's find out.
Boy, this is always so tough because you end up wanting to take them all home, right?
This is relatively quiet.
Yeah, it's a lovely feeling.
Kate Meggie is Chief Operating Officer of the Humane Rescue Alliance. She says today only 172 animals are in their care waiting to be adopted, which is standard.
So we try to be creative.
That's why Meggie says she will never forget late last year and early 2025.
It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful to come downstairs from my office and to see a line of people going out the door wanting to pick up a dog. It was wonderful.
Gets you emotional.
It was so much. Well, our staff, have been caring for hundreds and hundreds of dogs for months and months and months. And in January, as the population, declined, they were smiling again. They were having fun. So this community really helped us not just, deal with an inventory problem, a space problem, but they helped us with a morale problem.
Meggie believes so many people were getting rid of their pets late last year because of the cost of living and caring for a pet.
This is for the public whenever they need some food.
So now they're focused on services and programs to help DC residents keep their animals.
I just had a favorite get adopted yesterday named Drew.
But also now with a dramatically low shelter population, staff can spend more time with each pet, learning their likes and dislikes.
Surprisingly, some dogs don't like cheese or hot dogs.
Even training the dogs to better pair them with those looking to adopt.
Good boy.
We got lucky. Our pup was trained.
Stay. Good boy.
Well, kind of.
We're not done. Your camera's gonna be done after this.
Getting lots of kisses this morning. Wait, check out Charlie and Connor.
Hi, this is Charlie.
Oh, so cute. Okay,
Hi,
hundreds of
baby.
adoptable animals right now, like Charlie and Connor. They're waiting for forever homes at the Humane Rescue Alliance, and the shelter is really using this day of awareness to remind the community that shelter pets have so much love to give.
Absolutely. And joining us this morning is Caroline Merwin and Gabriela Garcia
Hello.
from the Humane Rescue Alliance. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much. Because this is very therapeutic for us right now. Okay, why is National Adopt a Shelter Pet so special to you all?
It's so special to us because we have hundreds of animals that come through our shelter every year. And when you adopt a shelter animal, not only are you saving that animal's life, but you're having double the impact really, because you're making space for another animal that will take their place in our shelter. And we've been serving the community for over 150 years in Washington, D.C.
Milestone.
Yeah. So
And over those years, how many forever homes have you all been able to place these animals in?
hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah,
Thousands.
Wow.
It's interesting because you know, we talk a lot about adopt, don't shop. There's no judgment here. You do what you can because you're giving a dog or a cat or what have you a good home. But we have these adorable puppies, but there are lots of senior pets too and older pets. You know, everybody sees the puppies and they're like, okay, yes, let's go. But everybody needs a home too. Can you kind of tell us about that and the need?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have plenty of senior animals looking for homes as well, such as Polly Pocket. She's a Rottie mix, actually, and she's more low-key. She's perfect if you're not super active and you're just looking for a buddy to curl up with on the couch. And we have a ton of different dogs like Chihuahuas, Pit Bulls, just lots of variety, really.
What's the impact to the lives of the families that take these little guys home?
The impact is really immeasurable because we hear stories all the time about how our animals really change their lives, save their lives even. The impact that they have on our lives is far greater than the impact that we can have on theirs. So, and even if you're not ready to adopt and bring home an animal today, we have a great need for foster parents. We have a great need for volunteers. And right now, our washing machine is actually down. So we have a great need for sheets and towels right now.
Okay, so how do people donate? How can you do that?
Thank you so much. So people can donate by bringing the donation straight to 71 Oglethorpe Street in Northwest DC. We just ask that you don't bring any fitted sheets, and they can bring them today between 9:30 and 7 p.m.
Okay. Any misconceptions you'd like to just bust right now today about shelter pets and or what you need to remember, because you know you need to make sure that the animal is compatible. You don't want anybody returning any sweet puppy.
Yeah. So I guess I would say a misconception is that an animal that has had several homes before your home is not good enough for your home. And I would say another misconception is that, you know, that the animal that you see on that day is the same animal they're going to be in the next 3 months. There's a rule called the 3-3-3 rule. So it's basically a rule of decompression for our animals. So essentially, you need to give them at least 3 months to show their full personality. So
I think this is really cool. You guys are launching your first ever little free library. What inspired that initiative?
yeah, thank you so much for asking. So we really want to inspire the next generation of animal advocates in DC. And so we're having 40 preschool kids come today to cut the ribbon on that little library.
Sweet. All right. So basically, I think our time might be coming to an end.
Looks like we have a new dog.
And you know, and these are litter mates, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are these Connor and Charlie? Are the C brothers still available?
Yes, they are available for adoption. They just arrived from a partner rescue that was struggling. They arrived via plane actually recently. So.
Oh my goodness,
and
you're a
they're
traveler.
available. We actually
Connor.
have tons
Take
of
me
puppies
home.
that are going to be available this week. Over 15 puppies. So
Okay. Oh,
wow.
looking for good homes.
That got the ears up. Give us the
Yes.
website to
Yes.
go and look around and get our forever pet. Anybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's humanerescuealliance.org/adopt. And you can come in between noon and 7 p.m. 7 days a week. We really try to have low barriers to adoption. We believe animals are for everybody.
That's right. All right.
is right.
Thank you all for coming in. So what camera? Let's take it up to the camera before we do it. Okay, so just so you can see
One
right
final
here.
look
Right,
for
I think
anyone
we're here.
considering
Yeah.
a little puppy.
This is home, and this is Charlie.
Hi. Take
And
me
Mary
home,
is over
please.
there,
I'm
and
a
Mary
good little boy.
Mary
I
needs-
give lots of
Mary needs a
kisses. I
dog.
give lots of kisses.